This is the one I wish people could touch because the fur is really luxuriously soft. This is one that's going to live anywhere from down in the valley here, because we see this around here, up into the foothills because they have longer fur, so they can handle a little colder weather. Primarily eats beetles. This would be a common one you'll see in houses and barns and places like that. In the wild, they would be in trees, camouflaged with a bark color to them. They're really, really tired now. So. You have a little sleeping bag in there. I'll get out of the way.
So do you feed them insects?
Mealworms. You can buy mealworms really cheaply, really easily. We can put them in a tray. They learn how to eat out of the tray by themselves, so I don't have to hand feed them. Certain times a year we could have 100 bats in care. We cannot hand feed that. When pups are in, they have to be hand fed. They have to be fed every 4 hours. So that's a really tough time. But we try to get these guys to eat straight out of the trays. This is the one I was showing earlier. The Mexican free-tail bat is the free-tail. That's your speed bat. And again, these are all adults. These are all full-grown adults. Biggest bat is about twice the weight of the one in that cage there, and biggest in California, in the United States. Yeah, some of them, they have very distinct personalities. And then the Pallid bat, second biggest in North America. Biggest would be about twice the size of this. Big ears. This one's not doing flying insects. He's got bigger teeth too. This one's eating insects, larger invertebrates on the ground. So that's eating crickets, centipedes, scorpions. It's immune to scorpion venom, so if it gets stung by a scorpion, it doesn't get sick from it. So it's a bigger bat, so it's got more muscle, because a bat on the ground has a hard time getting up off the ground. These guys can run and jump really well, so they can grab whatever they want, they can jump up, get their wings out, and fly off. Where the other bats, if they're on the ground, they have a tough time getting up. In fact, we get a problem sometimes in, like people have bats in their attics, there'll be a bucket or a tub. The free-tails, you get a couple in there, they can't get out because they can't get their wings out, they can't get up, they can't climb up the side, and they start crying, and it draws other bats in. And we ended up, one place we had, there was like 50 bats in a metal wash tub, of which quite a few had already died from starvation. So containers like that, we're telling people, don't leave your buckets, turn them over, because things get in there and they just can't get out. There was a place where they were changing a neon sign on the sign of a business. It was in winter, and they took the neon, they were taking it down, and there was about 100 bats inside there in a state of torpor. They don't hibernate because it's not cold enough. They're low. A bunch of the bats flew off, but there was about 50 bats that didn't fly off. And the guys taking down the sign just dumped everything, scooped them up, along with all the electrical stuff, and dumped them in the trash. And then we got a call from somebody. When we opened up the trash, there was 10 or 15 of them had woken up and flew off. 5 to 10 of them were already dead, just from the trauma. One of them had to go to the vet and have a pin put in his wing because he had a broken bone, and he's still in rehab. A couple of them didn't survive more than a week, just from the stress and stuff. And we had a few that are candidates for release. We're still working on rehabbing them. So like this one, for instance, has only one wing. So it's never going to be released. It's bigger teeth because it's eating those things that have thicker carapace. And the last wing here is the last wing.
Wow.
So this wing is bigger top to bottom than the other one. That thing's sticking up at the top's the thumb, and then I'm holding 2 fingers, and there's 2 other fingers going down. So they have 4 fingers, a thumb, 2 bones, and 1 bone. Same bone structure that you have. And that's our bats.